Like, this is crazy.
Caution, carbon monoxide. Caution, carbon monoxide.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, I can't catch a break. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to not have to stress about something that's going on in my apartment, because there has been like thing after thing after thing after thing, and I'm just like, has to be a joke. Have like someone come out and like, what is that noise? Dude, this is like, I cannot. What is that noise? Do you guys hear that? There's something happening right now. Like, it's literally like, I think someone literally cast the Maloiks on me. I had to run outside to my car, put her in the car, and then I sat in the car, and I'm just sitting there like, what is my life? Oh my goodness. Guys. Oh. Alrighty. So, Papito, I know, it's been a rough morning. I know, trust me, kid. Yeah, so, I don't even know where to begin. Like, I really don't know where to begin. I'm gonna be, like I said, I'm trying to be more active on social media, YouTube, but there's just always these things that keep coming up. There's just things that's been happening, and honestly, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know if Mercury's in retrograde, or if someone cast the Maloiks on me, the evil eye, or if it's just a combination of everything. My wedding's this month, so of course, like, I wanted the last month to be as stress-free as possible, because obviously, like, there's so much going on, and like, me and Ryan are finishing out our payments for everybody, and like, that's not fun. Like, at all. If you guys know, like, if you've had a wedding or a big event you planned for, and like, when everything's due and it's just like all due at once. Yeah, so between that, I don't understand why this month is starting off rough for my fiance and I. Like, it has been, when I tell you, one thing after another. Like, I mean, we are okay, which is the most important thing. Nothing, well, there's one thing that could have been very detrimental, or what's the word I'm trying to say? Like, yeah. There is one thing that I'll tell you guys about that was scary as shit. But honestly, like, I can't catch a break. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to not have to stress about something that's going on in my apartment, because there has been, like, thing after thing after thing after thing, and I'm just like, has to be a joke. Like, I have to be getting punked or something. Like, they're gonna come out and be like, we're punking you. Like, remember that show Punked with Ashton Kutcher? Like, I honestly think that that's gonna happen to me. I'm not a celebrity or nobody, but it's like, I just think, like, my family's pranking me. Like, I'm just like, dude, this cannot be real. So I don't even really know where to begin. So me and Ryan, we decided, like, this was a last minute decision, but like, we had to do what we had to do. So we moved closer to, like, where we both work. It was just what we needed. The commute was too far. Initially, I was a little, like, hesitant about it just because of the wedding, and I was like, there's just so much we have to pay for, and then I don't know if I can do a rent payment on top of it, because it's just, like, too fucking much. And especially with how much the rent is nowadays, you guys know, it's brutal, it's rough. It's like pretty much a fucking mortgage payment. Like, I really honestly just wish we would have just got a house, and that was like my intentions of when I moved up further away. We were trying to save for a house. We did have a little nest egg, if you will. Is that what the word is? You know what I'm saying? A little something. And then with all these things, like, coming up, happening, like, all of it's, like, pretty much, like, gone at this point. But anyway, nonetheless, we moved, and the first month living here, like, everything was relatively, like, great. We're like, the people are really nice, which they are. They are very nice. You know what I mean? And, like, we didn't have issues, and we were just kind of like, all right, this place is, like, really, really good. It's been good to us that first month. So we were like, this is a good first impression, right? So we moved at the end of August. The end of August, which that was the stress within itself, because we, again, like, we did it very quickly. We had to get all our stuff from where we were living at, which was like an hour and something minutes away from here, to here. Move big furniture, and we had to do it like very, very quick. So that was stressful within itself, because again, we're planning for a wedding. I'm trying to get my business up and going. It's a lot. So then that happens, which was great. Like, nothing bad happened. It was stressful, but we got through that. And now we've been moved here. I think this is like our second month. We're going on our second month now. So yeah, we all had all September, which was great. When we got our first, or second, I should say, bill, you know, like our rent and everything, we're like, okay, this is reasonable. Like, you know, nothing crazy. Tell me why this month it's astronomical. And it was like crazy. I don't even want to say, but it was just like extremely high. And the water was like, considering water's like the cheapest part of all your bills, it was like pretty expensive. And then on top of that, the sewer, like, it was just a lot. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, dude, this is like the month I need it to be like it was last month, because this month I'm like literally in like every dime I have is going towards this wedding, or paying off, like, I have credit card debt. Like, it's just like insane, right? Like, and then so to top it off, then this month, like, it was just drastically high. So that's a whole thing within itself. But nonetheless, all the issues we were dealing with, like, it was literally starting the end of last month, beginning, because we're in the beginning of October. Today's October 3rd, by the way. So, yeah. We literally just been, like, within, honestly, maybe even, like, the past 2 weeks. So the end of September, starting this month, has been just every day something new. Like, every day. When I tell you, it started with a little pest situation, right? Which happens, right? I get it. It happens. Like, it's, you know, that time of year. And I thought I was going crazy, but I think I came home from, oh, no, it was a morning. I was sitting here, I was doing stuff, either for the wedding or YouTube, can't remember, but I was sitting here, and I hear, like, this squealing, like, crazy squealing. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just like, so I'm looking around, I don't see anything. I'm like, there's definitely a mouse in here. So I'm like, you know, why is that light still on? I don't know why my microwave light's still on. There's nothing in it. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, I didn't have it shut fully. So, anyway, so I'm thinking I'm going crazy. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I told Ryan, I was like, I think we have like a mouse situation. And he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like very positive. I heard it. Like, it was very loud. It was squealing. It was under. And then my dogs were going crazy. At the time, we did have our fan on like full blast because, you know, it was hot. I know it wasn't coming from that, but Ryan convinced me it was coming from that. He's like, I don't think there's a mouse. I think it's just something, like the fan was making a squeaking noise. So I'm like, no. I was like, it was definitely coming from the kitchen. So we had just the other day, like, the guys come out to do the traps and everything. So I had to clear like everything like out from under the sink and in the sink in there. And then I noticed, because before they came out, I was told maintenance had came out. It was like that first time they initially came out, they were like in here for like 3 minutes and then they left, and no one was home. Like, I wasn't home, Ryan wasn't home, but I could tell by like my activity log on my app that they were like in and out. So I was like, well, that was pretty quick. I asked the front desk, like, you know, did what's the verdict here? What did they do? And they said, yeah, there was no mice droppings, no detection of mice anywhere. Like, you know, we can have, like, they said we can have like someone come out and like, what is that noise? Dude, this is like, I cannot. What is that noise? Do you guys hear that? There's something happening right now. Like, it's literally like, I think someone literally cast the Maloikes on me. Dude, what the fuck is that noise? They turned the water back on from today's incident.
So wait, my God, I cannot.
Anyway, we're all good, right? All good shit. But let me go back to the mice story. So I was told, no, everything's fine. There was no sightings of a mouse or mice droppings or whatever. Like, if you want, though, we can like come out and, you know, like put traps out or whatever, and or have an exterminator or whatever. So I was like, yes, please do that, because there is something here. I'm not crazy. So now coming back to this week, we had, I think it was Monday. Yeah, Monday. They had everybody that was in this building, like, they were like, this is like a mandatory thing. We have to like, which it's weird. First it started off like, just for me, like, we could do this for you, yada, yada, yada. And then it was, okay, well, now this is mandatory. So I was like, okay, I'm not fucking crazy. So someone else maybe reported something similar, and like now they have to like do like a mandatory spray thing for the pests. So they just came out the other day. And now, mind you, before they came out, I had to clear out under the sink. And then that's when I saw there was like a shit ton of mice turds under the sink, like all over. Yeah, so I'm like, no spottings of a mouse. Did you look under my sink? Because I don't think you did. But anyway, nonetheless, they came out, they did the spray, the traps. I had to put the dogs in the bedroom. That was one thing, okay? Now, this was last week they initiated it. They came out Monday to do that. Now let's go to football Sunday. I had Ryan's friend and his mom over, and we were watching the Eagles play. And Ryan made nachos. We had like this nice little Sunday little thing, and it was nice up until me and his mom were just sitting here, and I think Ryan and his friend were outside, or they were doing something like outside that they weren't in here. So I was just like, we're sitting here, we're talking, and then my alarm goes off for the smoke detector. And beep, 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 you know, like the obnoxious noise it makes. So I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, there's nothing on, there's no smoke. Like, I was like, that's weird. And then his mom's like, maybe it's like the batteries are dying. And I was like, maybe. I was like, because there was no smoke anywhere. So I'm trying to wave at it to shut it off. And again, there's no smoke, so I don't know what I was waving for, but it just kept going off. And then I heard it say,
Caution, carbon monoxide. Caution, carbon monoxide.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, it's never done that before. And, you know, we were like, I was like, that's not good. I was like, it's saying carbon monoxide. And I just heard a story. I think it was the Paranormal Files. He just did a video on this. Like, he just did a video on how him and his family were at a lake house, and it was the same situation. The alarm went off, and they couldn't find any smoke. Lo and behold, later on, they found out there was, like, high levels of carbon monoxide in the Airbnb they were staying at. So that's all I thought of. I was like, we got to get everybody out of here. And Ryan's like, no, just open up the windows. Like, it won't be that big of a deal. I'm like, dude, I don't know that. I was like, we got to, like, literally get out. Like, we got to get our dogs and get the fuck out. Like, I don't want anyone in here. I don't know what the level is. And, our thing's never done that before. So obviously if it like went off, it detected something, you know what I'm saying? So this was Sunday too. So the office isn't open, like the office to our apartment complex isn't open. So I'm like, who do I get in touch with? And his mom's like, I think you just got to call like the fire department, like straight up. So I like called the fire department, and I told them like, you know, I explained what happened. I said, the thing's going off. It's never done that before. And they're like, well, did you just use the stove? And I said, my fiance did just cook, like but I said this was like 10, 15 minutes after. I said there was no smoke, and it was saying caution carbon monoxide. Like, it wasn't saying, like, it didn't just go off because of smoke. Like, it was going off because of carbon monoxide. I said, it's never done that before. So we had the whole fire department, well, I don't say the whole fire department, it was like two fire trucks, like come all in. we're waiting outside. I told them which apartment it was. I left the door unlocked so they could just come right in. I got my dogs. I put them in the car. And then I was nervous because I do have a baby Russian tortoise who was left behind. But anyway, we had the windows open, so it wasn't like... But I wanted them to figure out what was going on. They asked me too, like on the phone, they said, are you feeling like sick or anything? And I said, at the time, I think because my nerves and like I was just like so stressed out, I was feeling a little lightheaded. And I wasn't sure, again, like what was going on, but I did tell them that on the phone. So when they arrived, they had like a whole stretcher for me and everything. So it was like a whole scene. And they came back out and they said, you're good to go. There was some carbon monoxide detected, but it's not life-threatening or anything bad. It was coming from your stove, so we had to unhook your stove, and, you know, that was it. So I was like, and they're like, you're going to probably need a new stove or a new part or whatever it was because something was leaking. So that's what, but they said it was only at a level 13, which is like nothing. But I said, okay, well, thanks for coming out. I said, so I didn't know that, though. I was like, I'm like a carbon monoxide detector. So, you know, I did say, you know, thanks for coming out and whatever. So we were all good. No one was hurt. No one was like, you know, it wasn't like death. Like it wasn't like a fatal situation, thank God. But we came back in, and we were kind of like, my fiance's laughing about it because he's like, well, I was watching the Eagles. And I'm like, I don't know, Ryan, the Eagles or your life? Like, I mean, you want to live to see the next game or what? You know what I mean? So, like, that was a whole situation within itself. And then, so we had to put in a ticket for that because we're like, they got to do something with the stove. So then I think it was either, or maybe that was on Monday. Sorry, that was on Monday. Them coming out to, so wait, I'm thinking they're gonna give us a whole new stove. No. They just plugged it back in, put it in. They're like, you're good to go. And I'm like, did you do anything different? Like, just, like, what? Anyway, so that was that. So that happened on Monday. And then the thing with the pest thing, they came out, actually it was yesterday. I don't know what I'm saying. No. Was it yesterday or Tuesday? What the hell is today? Friday. Today's Friday. I'm telling you, there's been people in and out of this fucking apartment, like, every fucking day. Like, I can't even keep track of what days. But, yeah, the pest thing was this week, too, for them coming out and then doing the stuff with that. And then I saw all the mouse droppings everywhere. And then, wait, so today, we're not done yet with this just, you know, lovely luck I've been having. So, today, I'm peacefully sleeping. Like, I'm in a nice little peaceful sleep. And then I'll even play the video. I'll put the video of what I heard. And it wasn't even nearly as harsh as what you're going to hear. Because, like, in person, if you guys know what a fire alarm sounds like, if you live in an apartment building, dude, my ears are still ringing from, like, how loud it was. It was so loud. I couldn't even hear my own thoughts. Like, that's how fucking loud it was.
Like, this is crazy. Go back and get my other dog. God, it's fucking loud. Oh my God.
And I'm sleeping nice and peaceful, and I just hear, I'm like, and I woke up, like, what the fuck? And I'm panicking because I'm like, what is that fucking noise? And then it took me, like, a second to register, like, oh my God, that's, like, the fire alarm. And I was like, Jesus Christ. And so I'm, like, grabbing, like, I'm so disoriented because I just woke up, so I don't even know what's happening. I'm trying to find my dogs, and of course my dogs are, like, freaking out. So my one dog ran under the bed. I'm trying to I have the one dog, and I'm putting the leash on him. I'm trying to get her. And she's not coming out from under the bed. And I'm like, dude, like, come on, like, come out. She would not come out from under the bed. So I had to, like, go outside real quick, put my car on, put him in the car. I came back up here for her. You'll see in the whole video. I'll post the whole video here. I literally had to, like, knock on the bed to, like, get her out. and she just was not like coming out. So she finally did come out. I grabbed her, and then like I was like, dude, I can't leave my fucking turtle, like, or tortoise. I said I can't leave him. Like I could not. And I didn't see any smoke outside. Like I didn't see like the building was on fire. So I was like, what the fuck's going on now? But yeah, so I had to grab him, put him in a box. I had to run outside to my car, put her in the car, and then I sat in the car, and I'm just sitting there like, what is my life? And I'm tired, and I'm just like, yeah. So that all happened today, and after everything was said and done, I come back up, and we were good to go. I don't know what the situation was. At the time, I didn't know what the situation was. So come back up, and I'm just sitting here, and I'm just like, dude, what is happening with everything? Like, what in the fucking, like, what in the world? So I go to get water from the sink, because I wanted to soak my tortoise for his little bath today, and the water is not on. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I waited like 15-20 minutes. It was still not on. Waited another 15-20 minutes. Still not on. I get a knock at the door. So I'm thinking, oh God, what's going on now? So it was the guy to fix our toilet, because that was a whole other situation. And that's why we believe our water bill was up, because there was something broken in the toilet. So the water was just constantly running. And so he fixed that. And I asked him while he was up here, I was like, you know, by any chance you know about the water situation? Our water is like turned off, like I can't use it. And he's like, yeah, there was a leak, so they had to turn off the water, and they're getting a part now to fix it. So that's what that noise just was that we just heard. I'm literally like in like just everything. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. So I have to go shower now that the water is back on and running and I can use it. Because that was the other thing. I'm like, I'm going to have to go to work soon, and I'm going to smell. And I'm like, what the fuck? I won't smell today, though, I promise. Yeah, so when I tell you tired's not even the word for me, I'm not even kidding. I literally was in a nice, peaceful sleep. Like, it was just the sleep I needed after all this shit happening, and then and like it's piercing loud, like it's like the ringing was going through my brain, and it was just like, dude, oh my god, like, oh my god. Anyway, we're all good though. We are all good, which is all that matters. No one was hurt, everybody's good. It's just like the weirdest things keep happening. Like it's just like one thing after another, and like I'm like, dude, I haven't had on my cross recently, and I need to put it on, because I do think there's just like bad energy around, or energy like that's just being mischievous, that's like testing me. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I don't know if Mercury's in retrograde, if I'm cursed, someone put the Maloiks on me, but like I need like a sage. Like I need some sage around me and a blessing, because I don't know what's been going on. Like I said, it's nothing like God, like thank God, nothing like detrimental. Is that the word? I don't even know if I'm saying the word right. Sorry. I'm like borderline just ugh. But I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I really don't. All I do know is I'm like fucking really.